Happy, 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 terrific, talented, tasteful Tuesday. I took a nap and I feel better. Let me cut a light on. I took a nap and I feel much better now. Much better. I'm about to make some pancakes, and my friend on TikTok says that pancakes spiritually symbolize unity. And why is this camera so blurry? I have no idea what's going on right now. Oh, wait. Is it just my screen being that dirty? I had to fight dirty, and my screen needs cleaning too? I'm just playing. I ain't have to fight dirty, but I was willing to. I don't like doing that. But I do have a dark side no one ever wants to see. So I have a balance of light and dark. That's why my business is Renewed Balance. I typically have tons of patience. And this message is about how almost doesn't count. I typically have a lot of patience and love. And I've even been told by some manipulators who thought they were manipulating me that it's sometimes easy to play on my heartstrings. And I just was like, thank you. And then I flipped the table over on her. So, you know, people take advantage of kind hearts sometimes. And then once the rabbit got the gun, not a real gun, just, you know, spiritually speaking, then it's all on us, right? No. So almost doesn't count. I almost got guilt tripped. And because this one plays the victim so good. I mean, I've had some crazy exes play the victim, but this one really layers it on there with some cake and icing and some confetti. Or is that spaghetti? No, I'm just kidding. Or is it confetti, spaghetti? Oh, what are them things called? Sprinkles that you put on the cake with the icing and the cupcake. But almost doesn't count. I didn't get manipulated again. I did not get re-guilt tripped. I only get livid and firm and justifiably angry when it's necessary. I am typically calm, peaceful. You can literally... like my family, friends, real friends, clients, everybody knows I'm normally self-controlled, calm, peaceful. And a lot of people will be like, what? You have a temper? Yeah. So a lot of things sometimes I'll tolerate, or I'll let people think they're getting away with until I gather all the evidence. And then if somebody's doing me wrong, I will confront them. I'm not scared to confront anyone. Woman, man, demon, nothing. And so, I was just watching a video that was like, if it's toxic, I'm going to confront it. If it's playing a leadership role and toxic, I'm going to flip the table over. Okay? If you want to make me out to be the bad guy, so be it. My God knows the truth. My family knows the truth. My real friends and clients and people know the truth. And it does not matter what you think. That's the truth of it. It doesn't matter what toxic people think. So I'm going to spend the rest of my happy, beautiful, amazing, terrific, talented Tuesday making pancakes and going for walks and loving myself and loving my son. And standing in my power and standing in my truth. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself, you guys. Even though I did get a little mad, I kept my cool enough to not give the enemy what they want. They want to see you down, broken, hurting, in a mental institution, in jail, etc. That's what the devil wants. He comes to kill, steal, destroy. But guys, almost doesn't count. Isn't that great? So yeah, the devil almost made you lose your cool, right? Completely, like lose your mind where you do something illegal. Has that ever happened to you? I'm sure it has. God's children. Because where is that thing to make the pancakes with? Where's the thingy jiggy? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to use this plastic one today. So, I have to have structure and routine in my life, or I also get my nervous system flares up because I have severe PTSD from all of the abuse and trauma and things and stalking that I have experienced. And so, whenever that gets disrupted, like yesterday evening, I was fitting to wind down and go to sleep. I was also extra cranky when I'm still getting called a liar and stuff. So Satan was like, knock, knock, knock on my door right here. Satan knocked on my door through somebody that wasn't a real friend. And I'm like, oh hell. Should have just not answered and went on to sleep because I need my beauty sleep, and that was ridiculous. But just knowing that I was still being accused of lying when I wasn't lying was enough to set me off. That's some of my pet peeves. If you ever want to meet the sides you never want to meet, set me off, lie, accuse me of lying, do something to me or my family, talk behind my back. Those are some of the major 4 ways to piss me off. And they did all of them. All of them. So, but almost doesn't count. Because I didn't do anything to hurt myself or my family. Based on someone else's toxicity and projections. And playing the victim. Playing the victim real good. Like if I had a violin, instead of talking about the truth and stuff, like I was talking, beating the, you know, what they say, beating a dead horse, I could have just been playing the violin. You know? I could have just been playing a violin like, are you done complaining now? After living for free, you done? I ain't never heard someone complain so much in my life after living for free. Shit, if I lived for free, my mouth be shut. I'd be happy. I'd be grateful. I'd be very thankful. So, moral of the story, don't let leeches leech from you. Alright? Set boundaries ahead of time with anyone, even if they're not leeches. Preferably, don't let leeches around you even with boundaries, because they'll just break them. You know, they don't care. Don't let leeches in your life, period. Only those who keep their word, keep their mouth shut, are a true friend behind your back and to your face. Don't accuse you of lying and don't lie to you. Okay? That's what we're doing in 2025. It's our year to thrive. It's our year to thrive. So, I'm making pancakes. Huh? It almost doesn't count. They almost made me lose my cool a few times where I thought I was going to lay hands on somebody a few times and way more than a few times. That's been happening a lot the last few years. But I say, God, we got to take care of it in a way where I don't get in trouble. Because it's not worth it. It's really not. If people are treating you that horribly, that would just allow them to win. They're not winning this game. Game over. Final boss level. Game over. Live in 2025, thrive in 2025. Misery loves company, so we ain't trying to hang with y'all, alright? Remember, the devil might come to steal, kill, and destroy your whole life. But almost doesn't count. Woohoo! Victory! I exploded without hurt anyone. And that wasn't even an explosion. That was just some fireworks. I held the explosion in.